country. We're getting our cotton production up massively, and also we are getting our export of cashew and sesame up. As I look around this morning, I see the young people. And the president knows that we must change the labor composition of the agricultural sector. It must become something that is cool, something that you can really do and make a lot of money. Ladies and gentlemen that are the young folks here, I want you to know that the young millionaires of Nigeria and the young billionaires of Nigeria are not just going to come from oil and gas. They are going to come from agriculture. Amen. And I want you to get into that particular sector because that's where the money is going to be. Agriculture is cool. If you look on your website or maybe you look on the internet, you will see me and the band with my cap and with my two hands and say it is cool. It is really cool to do agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, the private sector that are here today, we did an assessment to find out what your challenges are. Because the role of government is to support private sector. And we have 4 challenges that we face. First is infrastructure. Second is lack of ability to have access to raw materials in the quantity that you need it and when you need it and the cost that you need it. Finance is the third problem that you have, and the regulatory environment of the government. To change all of that, my ministry is now working in developing what is called staple crop processing zones. These staple crop processing zones look like your export processing zones, except with a difference. This time is to process and add value to every single thing, commodity we produce in the country, in the rural areas. So we are upgrading power, water, roads in these zones so that a private sector like yourself can move into rural areas and process and add value to everything. That way you don't move out raw materials, you move out finished products. You create jobs, you revive the rural economy. As I'm speaking to you now, 14 of those zones are being developed. 6 of them master plans have been completed. And we've been able to mobilize $1 billion from the African Development Bank and the World Bank for the infrastructure around this particular area. That is the key for agriculture. We must make sure that we revive the rural economy and make the rural economy the future economy of this country. That's how you are going to get inclusive growth. So I hope many of you that are here today will take advantage of the staple crop processing zones. Let me say that one company is already taking advantage of that. An American company will be investing $100 million in Kogi State staple crop processing zone. That company will set up a 65,000 metric ton starch plant, a 43,000 metric ton sweetener plant that will take cassava and transform it into starch, cassava into sweeteners. And that is how you make money in agriculture. Let me say that as I bring this to a close, that all of what I've said today will not make any sense unless the banks are actually putting money into it. The taste of the pudding, they say, is always in the eating. What we have done in this country with fixing agricultural value chains, getting seeds, fertilizer sector working, getting the infrastructure fixed, getting the value chains fixed, has suddenly opened the eyes of the banks to the agricultural sector. When I became minister almost 3 years ago, only 0.7% of total bank lending in the country went into agriculture. 0.7%. Within the last 2 years, we have raised that. Of the total bank lending area, we raised that from 0.7% to 5%. And by this year, it's going to be 7.5%. And by next year, we expect to be 10%. It tells you that the banks can see the money trail and they are investing heavily in it. WACOT is here. You can ask them the question. 2 years ago, agro dealers, the small guys that sell seeds and fertilizers in rural areas, the banks lend them $10 million. Last year, the banks lent them $53 million. Fertilizer companies, 2 years ago, the banks lent them $100 million. Last year, the banks lent them $500 million. Myself and the former central bank governor, Sanusi Lamido, before he left office, we called a meeting of all the bankers and asked them the question, how much money have you lost in the last 2 years? We asked all the chief risk officers. Response was the same, 0%. Today, agriculture sector has the lowest NPLs, non-performing loan, of any sector in this country, and that's why the bank is doing that. And to make sure that we can get financing behind everything that we are talking about today, that's why I want to thank the Consul General of Germany for being here today. The government of Nigeria and the German government, through the KfW, we have established a fund, a $100 million fund facility called Fund for Financing Agriculture in Nigeria, jointly between our two governments. This fund is privately sector managed. It will provide equity and quasi-equity financing for all the small and medium-sized agribusinesses, whether you are in machinery, whether you are processing, value addition, seed companies, whatever it is. This kind of fund will allow you to have long-term financing that is very much needed. And I want to thank the German government. Please change the game with regard to agriculture in this country. Agriculture is no longer a development activity. Agriculture is a business. Let me end by saying that food production in the country, as a result of all this, has gone up tremendously. Many of you that are from the north, I hope, are here, and you see all over. The president launched dry season farming, the first time in the history of this country. People are working main season. People are working in the dry season. Full time. Those that used to come and shine your shoes in Lagos, or the inflation rate. There are two ways in which you keep inflation down. You have tight monetary policy, or you increase the production of food to keep down actually the Ladies and gentlemen, the eyes of the world are on how to feed 9 billion people, expected to be in the world by 20 promise. There's still more to do, but he has kept his word. The gains we have made and our rapid transition to agriculture as a business is showing remarkable results. The new currency of Nigeria will be agriculture, Nigeria's new oil. In agriculture as a business lies Africa's greater future. Mazi, this is why what you're doing today is phenomenally important. The Agrikexpo is so important. That's why myself, the Minister of State, the Permanent Secretary, everybody, all my directors said, we are going to back you fully in this third edition and we'll continue to back you fully going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted that you are here. Let's take advantage of the technologies you brought from your countries for us. There's so much we can learn from others. There's so much that we can actually invest in together. But I have no doubt that together we'll make this rough diamond, which is called agriculture, shine and shine bright. Thank you and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that that work.
Now it gives me great pleasure to declare open this Agri-Expo 2014 to the glory of God and for the benefit of Nigerians and all others. Thank you very much.
Post-harvest losses, and also to reduce importation of food.
That's a good thing.
What we do is that we deal with fruits and vegetables. We give it individual cooked, seasoned. That's, for example, yes. And they are in supermarkets now.
Wow.
They have not formally launched it. We try to get it out. And there's no doubt that
Where is Dr. Bello? And you know, Prime Minister, you know, I have always said that one of the reasons why our yams don't actually move is because we eat yams the same old way as our forefathers. You take a knife, you cut it, then it gets oxidized, and then it runs away. You know, I've always felt that why is it that we can't have yams for breakfast? You know, you actually cut it, you leave it, you pre-cook it, deep freeze it. That's it right there. That's it.
You got the should pick there to be able to pick one.
Pick. You know what? No, that's how to think.
Okay. This time I want to taste it. Now me. we made before. My name is Gobo. Cool.
That's very cool.
With plantain, pineapple, oranges, pawpaw, and even the spice you are tasting, really shombo, atarodo, tomato.
This is fantastic.
They are being served now in some flops.
Where is the yam one?
The yam one. Yes.
Okay.
They are available in various supermarkets now. Although we have not formally launched the product.
I will launch it.
Now, Mr. Honorable Minister, we will get in touch with you.
Well done.
You are welcome.
Very impressive.
Yes, I am also impressed with you because I met at this Awokoya lecture, the annual lecture on scholarship. And I was highly